Good evening, everyone, and welcome to RVing in New England. Hopefully, we got some of you that'll join us tonight. We're on Monday night. This is not Wednesday night, so don't look at the calendar. Or at least your watch is still correct at 7:00. John, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, Bob. It's interesting. We're moving because we moved to Monday because there's so much momentum, so much going on in the industry right now, and we would lose too much if we lost 2 weeks worth of shows. So it's great to be on tonight. Again, it makes no difference how many people watch us live because we get all of our viewers on delay anyway. Well, not that our viewers are delayed, but they're delayed watching us on tape because it's the way the industry is.
Yep, they can tune in tomorrow or Thursday after the holiday when they're digesting their holiday spread and kids have gone to bed and all the presents are back in their boxes. Then they can sit down and catch up on the show.
Right, exactly. So, but we want to say Merry Christmas anyway.
It'll be hectic. There was a lot of traffic out there today, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. But so
you said you were in the Boston area today, coming out. And you hit a lot of traffic coming back tonight, right?
Yep, a lot, bumper to bumper. Yeah.
But I tell you, I was out today. I was in Providence. It was 50 degrees down there, and I know it was even warmer in Boston.
Yeah.
But it's too bad. It was nice that it was, but it's too bad that it was because it kind of had a spring feeling to it. And you got short sleeves on. I got a vest on with a long sleeve under it. But I'll tell you, it felt more like April than December. I'll take that any day. But I know that we've got many, many more.
Well, I was babysitting Bobby, and he was wondering why we weren't going to have a white Christmas with the 55 degree. Actually, I took him to the playground today. Middle of the winter. Him and I are out there in short sleeve shirts. So,
hey, Walter, watch your mailbox. We've got a donation coming to you for Halo's Wish that is right on the ledge here to send to you. It's the street in Millbury, right, Walter Jackson, something or other. See if Walter's listening.
He's
here. And Walter, it's a special day for Walter because it's his oldest son's birthday.
Today?
Yep.
Oh.
So Walter Swenson Jr., I think, is 34 today. So not only on this show, Bob, we're one of the only shows that not only do we say happy birthday to our listeners, we say happy birthday to our listeners' kids.
Kids, right.
You got to admit, that's pretty special.
Bring the whole family into it.
The whole family. Correct. So, correct. Okay.
Correct. So
I don't know. He might be both answers. He answered correct to both.
Correct on the 34. Yeah.
Things. So we wanted to talk about the top 10 shows of the year this year. This is the time of the year you see all the greatest hits and stuff like that. But you got a couple other things to talk about before that. Maybe the dates of the camping show and announce our new winners.
The winner, we're still stuck at 2 winners. The winner for this week, I won't announce it because she has not returned the confirming email. I just sent her a second notice. If they don't respond by 5:00 on Tuesday, then we pick another name. But we have the name of a third winner, but we don't have a third winner because we have not heard from her at this point.
And then if they don't respond back, we put it into the state treasury takes it over, and they get one of those from the treasurer.
She'll stay in the pool. Maybe she'll get it a different time. Maybe do that. But
so maybe Walter Swenson Jr. is listening tonight.
He may not have no choice if he's sitting there with the old man.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he has his own house. He has his own family. He has his own kids.
Oh, okay.
That type of thing. So Merry Christmas from Cape Cod, Jerry says.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah. Hey, do we want to fiddle with that link? Maybe one of these two guys.
Let me see. I can do it. Okay.
We're gonna experiment, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna experiment. We're gonna put the live link up.
Okay. So the live link is up. So if anybody wants to call in and actually comment on some of these shows that we're doing, we're going to show you the link to the show and talk a little bit about the guest that week and the topic. So if anybody wants to join in and comment on that, let's start off with one.
They have to be fully clothed.
Yes. You have to do that.
It's a family show.
Let's start back in May 29th. So I have you blocked. Let me see if I can do. let me take this other one out. And if I go to the 3 screens, I think we'll have enough to be able to leave the link up there. So let's pull this off. Let's go to, there you go. That's going to work. That'll work out well, actually. So on May 29th, we had Steve Anderson, and we talked about Work Camper News and all that activity. And they are doing some great things, but there's a lot of people out there work camping. I see them in a lot of the forums.
And there's a lot of people that are not yet doing it. I know Audrey said when some of her comments on this show was that she would love to do that when retirement hit. And I know there's many, many people that are watching right now that would say, you know what, that'd be really cool to at least, spend the summer or 6 months living out of the RV and, maybe spending all summer at one location, or maybe spending a couple months in one location, then moving on. And, I know KOA, we've had several KOA people on.
Well, there's also, I've got a buddy that's out there now. He lives down in Virginia. He's retired. He's doing Corps of Engineer parks.
Yep.
And that's kind of light duty. I mean, it's not a full-fledged campground. He's doing a guard shack at a Corps of Engineer. He works like 3 days a week, and he's got 4 days. He's down in Florida someplace to do it. But this is his 3rd one in the last 3 or 4 months that he's been doing the Corps of Engineer.
Yeah, so, I know there's one. I know very well because there's one in Stuart, Florida, that we had friends that were living down there, and they lived in a development, so we couldn't park in their yard or on their street. So they sent us to this. There were locks that people go through.
Yeah.
Whatever the lake is called, Okeechobee, right? That the big one that goes all across.
The big one down in the southeast. Yeah.
So I drove 1,550 miles from Worcester. I got to the campground, and as I was checking into my site, backing out of the office, I backed into a tree.
Oh, good.
And that was pretty cool. Trees don't move. The tree won that war.
Yeah.
So I got out, and there were a few words that were said that I spoke to the tree, and I saw that I had creased the back bumper. This was when we had the big Class A. And I said, I'll deal with that. No problem. When I get back to Worcester, I'll have it fixed. But what I didn't know, because this was in the daytime, is that I had crimped my lighting harness, so I had no taillights.
Uh-huh.
And I found out I had no taillights when I was driving north on I-95, and I had all these truckers coming up behind me and flashing their high beams at me. But it was back in the days of the CB radio, so I could hear them say, hey, there's this mobile home. Of course, everybody who doesn't know anything about campers calls them mobile homes. It's not a mobile home. It's an RV.
Yeah.
So I was only able to drive from sunrise to sunset, and we had to take 3 days to get home. But the point is, after you check into the campground and you're backing out, keep your eye on the camera, not on the reservation number to see where you're going to park.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry, isn't there a Corps of Engineer park down on the canal? I think there is.
The Corps of Engineers runs the canal.
Yeah. So is there camping down there, or work camper opportunities that even the local people could take advantage of? The thing that I find interesting with this whole work camper thing is the number of posts on the various forums that they want to do it, but it's obvious they haven't done their homework. They have no idea the opportunities that are out there. I know it's easy to throw a question up on Facebook, but half the time the answers are wrong. So, but when you look at Work Camper, the Corps of Engineers, you got KOA, you got individual campgrounds themselves that, hire people on their own. Jerry says Jerry says they have 2 work campers every summer.
Yeah, Jerry, if I recall, that's on the road that the road between the Bourne Bridge and the Sagamore Bridge, somewhat near the ice arena, if I recall. If you would just let me know if I've.
Oh, on that back side of the canal, yeah. On the Cape side of the canal.
On the Cape side, because on the other side is the what do you call it? The place that our friends. What's the name of that?
Bourne State Park.
Bourne Scenic Park. Bourne Scenic Park is on the other side, but that is, you know what? I think it's owned by the Army Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, they were owned by
run by the town of Bourne. I think it's something like that, but it's more of a private park, or a public-private park than it is. And I know I'm not being redundant by saying public-private, but it's not the big national park type thing. Jerry says that
I just saw that link
didn't work. You know, Jerry, what if you copy and paste it, Jerry?
You copy and paste, and if you're on your phone, Jerry, it worked for John, because this is the link. This is a permanent link for our show now, so they don't change them every week.
Well, you got to copy and paste. Don't try to click on it, because I don't think it's clickable.
Well, it's not clickable on the screen. On here, it's not.
Right.
But you do have, if you're on the phone, if you're on the phone, you have to do it through the app, or you have to have the app on the phone. It'll trigger through to the app. That you don't have to go to the app, but when you click on that link, it'll go through to the app and put you in the show. So we want to try it, because one of these days we'll figure it out what it's doing. So Anderson is up to 8,500 since May on that particular show, and that was a popular one, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's see what else we got there.
You just do the list here and
the hit list.
Whoops, come here. Come here.
Show them your special guest.
I got my special guests are down here tonight. So I have to babysit the dogs, because my wife is cooking Christmas Eve dinner, and she's busy at work in the kitchen. The last thing she needed tonight was a television show and getting stuck taking care of the two dogs. So I've got the dogs tonight. So let's see. Let's go back from the other end. This one was in June. This one was, and we haven't checked in with him. Remember Dave Prada? He jumped up to 8,000.
Right. He was leaving town and just going out just across the country.
All the national parks. Yeah, we'll have to check in with him during the first part of the year to see where he was, because he was out there. Do you remember his dog's name?
No.
I don't
in June, so he would have been gone 6 months by now. He was from Rhode Island, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he was from here. Yeah.
And then he was going up north, and then going to take Route 2 across the country, I think.
Yep.
And that's what Jerry did. Jerry did that Route 2 thing. It's funny. Jerry says, "I'm still getting camera, can't connect."
But John, now I don't see anybody in the lobby. So usually I'd get a notification if somebody goes into the lobby. So Jerry, if you're trying it, let's see. Well, he got into the program every week through Chrome. That's kind of crazy, because that's the same link that John used and that everybody else uses.
Yeah, it's the app Believe TV 5445 guest.
I think Jerry, do you have the app on your phone or a tablet? You may, I don't, and it may be because you're already in, but then you're going through the Facebook page. I don't know. We'll have to
figure that out. You know what? I have to check with the Be Live people tonight when they take questions about technical issues. But in the meantime, Bob, while we're going through the shows, let's take a second and tell people about the Boston show, the dates for it, where they can get tickets and that type of thing, because that's really the next big live event coming up.
It is, and it is on January 24, 25, and 26. And let me put up the ticket window. Boom.
I think it's important to tell people that it is not the same weekend. It is not MLK weekend. It is not the same weekend as the car show. It's a standalone show this year. We needed more space. We've got more space. And we're looking forward to welcoming our people that don't have to fight the crowds of the car show. And
parking will be a lot
easier.
We don't have more space. We have different space. We're at the back end of the building instead of the front end of the building, but square footage wise, we're about the same. What we did do is we gave up the food concession and the seminar area and move them upstairs in the hall. If you go to the back of the hall, there'll be plenty of signage showing that. So all the food will be upstairs and the seminars will be upstairs. So we're able to squeeze another 5 or 10 RVs into the floor itself. But we're in Hall C, which is at the back. So if you get there and get into that back parking space behind the convention center, the south parking lot, and then you'll be able to go right up there and see it there. Yeah.
Now, look, Walter gave us an update. We brought up Prada. Walter just arrived in Arizona on December 18th. So, Walter, do you have direct connection with him? Are you in contact with him quite a bit? If you are, let's get a message to him and say, let's have him join us sometime in January to give us an update. It'd be his 6-month mark of his journey beginning, and we can find out.
Well, he's probably posting on the site because the site was Journey in a Journey, right? Journey in
Winnebago Journey.
Journey in a Journey. He's got a Winnebago Journey,
right?
So he put up the website Journey in a Journey. I didn't check it. Walter, did you check the website, or have you been in contact with him through his thing? So yeah. So easiest way to get into the show is online tickets. We do have a drawing every week. We get, like I said earlier on, we have a third week winner picked, but she has not confirmed that she has won yet. So she's got till 5 o'clock tomorrow to notify us. If not, then we will pick another winner for the third week. But there's a 4-pack of tickets that's available for folks that want to do that. Yes, Journey in a Journey, he says. Yeah, just follow his page. Yeah, we'll have to send him a note on the page and get him scheduled in.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is this, if he ever gets hospitalized, he can change his title to Journey in a Gurney.
Well, that's
right?
True. I don't think he'd want to do that, but he may not have a choice, right? Did I just drop you off? I think I dropped you off by mistake. Let me see if I can bring you back. I can hear you, but you're out of the screen. So let me bring you back.
National Park. It was cold, so we skipped hiking. So he's going 66. Yeah. Prior schedule. Darwin and I are back on the road. There he is.
On September 4th, we did the recap of my trip to Caravan Salon, and we have been back in touch with the people. We don't expect to hear back from them until after the holidays now, but we're trying to work a deal with them next year so that John and I can both go, and then hopefully take some media friends with us, and then the next year after that, try to get a consumer trip to go. But any ideas? Jerry, hey, wait a minute, Jerry's around. Okay, hang.
Yes, Jerry.
Let me see where you are.
Oh, look at this.
Here we go, Jerry.
This live from our studio audience.
There we are. There we go. We made it work. Jerry, how you doing?
Live from our studio audience.
That's a nice picture of your ceiling, Jerry.
Jerry, what's your camera on the floor for? What's your camera on the floor for?
You need a light. Can you hear it, Jerry?
Great.
There you go. What is that thing sticking out of your head? That red thing in the back.
I think it's mistletoe. Better watch out. What's on top of your head, Jerry?
Yeah, I got 2 different audios going here. Hold on.
Yeah.
You want me to turn the TV down?
No, I'll go somewhere else.
You sure?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your television
Right.
set.
It is not you.
Is great. We are breaking some ground here. Not only are we talking to our guests, we're talking to our listeners. Walter, where are your cameras? What is going on
That's
here?
Jerry. Walter's not. That's
Jerry. What is he doing? This is like a Cinerama thing.
It's a tour of
we're going down into the dungeon.
It's a tour. It's the tour of his ceiling in his living room.
I know.
Oh, now we found the light.
There's the light.
Okay.
I don't know how this camera is set up. It's quite a camera setup.
Now
it's stopped. Oh, there he goes.
There you are.
No. Walter, we
All
like
right.
it better when it's on the floor.
Nice picture.
Yeah, no, I just had to get away from the television because otherwise I wouldn't be able to hear you.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, he's got lights in the house too.
Yeah, so this is on the app.
It's on the app.
Yeah,
That's probably why. Where are you going?
I'm going upstairs. There
But
we
you
go.
were but you were carrying around the computer.
There we go.
You got the app on the computer.
Right.
You got the app on your phone.
Yeah, I got on my it's on my tablet.
Oh, it's on your tablet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry.
Tablets.
Jerry,
Tablets
You're
and that good stuff work.
Jerry, you're not sitting on a toilet seat, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm up in the guest bedroom.
Okay. Good.
Hey, what was the weather like down the Cape today?
It was 50s, 40s, and 50s, and it was a little bit humid.
Yeah.
A little bit humid.
Yeah.
He's complaining about the weather. Oh, that's too funny. So, Jerry, when people are coming into majors these last few days, what's the big thing they're looking for outside?
Oh
of
yeah,
gifts?
this is gift certificate season.
It is.
Yeah.
So they ran out of ideas. So this is easy for you. You just stand behind the counter and pop them out, right?
Yeah. Once you remember how to do them.
Yeah. If you go in and ask for a $25 one, does Jeff try to upsell you to a 30?
Oh yeah, that's the rule.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Walter
Tell them a little bit more than they're asking for.
Walter says Dave would love to talk with you guys again. He says just talk to him. Okay, yeah, just let him know. We'll be in touch with him and we'll get something set up in January. And he's in Arizona. Oh, he just arrived in Arizona. Okay.
Yeah, so we got time difference. We got a couple hours time difference, that type thing. So
yeah.
Anyway, so Jerry, as an RV owner, what is the status of your RV right now? How do you have it set up, and how is it sitting for the winter months?
You know that Beach Boys song, the New York's a lonely town. The line where it says my Woody's outside covered with snow, nowhere to go.
Yeah, New York's a lonely town. Yeah.
It's up in the up on the hill.
Oh,
at Majors.
Up on the hill. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up on a hill. Yep.
You have it covered?
No, I don't cover it. No.
You don't cover it. Okay.
And somewhere around the middle of January, it comes into the shop for winter work. I have all the the fluids changed and the filters changed. Panhead Mike in the back does a good job.
Oh, he does. The Santa Claus guy.
Yeah, and then this year I also have to replace the air conditioner compressor and the dryer for the dash air because that went south on that trip out to US 2.
Okay, you did the US 2. Okay.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, that was last summer, not this previous summer, but the summer of 2018. Yeah.
Steve wants to know why no cover, and you know what? I'm going to ask that. I'm going to suggest that generally, even though we're both in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I don't know, Steve, tell us where you live, but the Cape really doesn't get a ton of snow. I mean, every 3 or 4 years you'll get nailed, but generally, because of the proximity to the water, you don't get the snow that we get.
When I moved down here 22 years ago, you could golf all year on the Cape.
Right.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. You never had it. Let me help Walter's ready to join. Walter, I got a blank screen. That's why I'm not bringing you up yet. All I have is a black screen on Walter. Reinie's here. Merry Christmas, Reinie. How you doing? And
Reinie, did you see, Bob?
Yeah.
Here's another thing. We've got a celebrity amongst us because Reinie is included in right now, folks. If you went to Rollin' on TV and watched the show that was done at Normandy Farms, you'll see Reinie making a cameo appearance. Bob, did you see him walking in?
I did.
Walking into the recreation area.
Right. I did see that.
Reinie, has any Hollywood agents called you yet? Let us know if anybody.
Hey, Steve Giano's on from Poughkeepsie. Steve's got a question. Why no cover? That's for you, Jerry.
Yeah, I know it's a 35-foot motorhome, so the cover would be fairly expensive. It's got the clear coat on it, even though it's 24 years old. The clear coat on it is in good shape. So I give it a good waxing before I put it to bed for the winter. And, I leave, I've got the fantastic fans with the Max Air 2
Covers.
vent covers on them. And I actually leave those fantastic vents open, just a crack all winter.
Keep the humidity out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
interesting.
And right now, I've got all of the kitchen cabinets torn apart. The drawers and the door fronts are in the cellar being refinished. So,
Okay. Jerry, you're one of those certainly exceptions to the rule in that you're handy for doing that stuff with me.
well, yeah. If you own a 24-year-old coach and you're not handy, then you better be rich.
Yeah, it doesn't last 24 years.
No.
Ronnie said he's still waiting for the calls to come in, and
For the contracts. Well, yeah, actually, I'm surprised Ronnie's here. Or maybe he came home for the holidays between his Disney visits and he's got to have a cruise coming up in January.
No. Ronnie was on the cruise that got hit by the other ship.
He was on.
He was on the cruise that was hit by the other ship.
He was.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. But I'm just making it up because this is TV, so you can make things up. But his settlement was big enough that he's able to come home. Did you find Walter yet?
He comes in and out, but with no picture. And the last time there was like a little blue square with a cross out line on it. So I think he's trying to dial back in.
Yeah.
But anyway, hopefully John and I will go to Germany next year, and maybe we'll find a way to get some consumers over there. But we're looking forward to that. We are still in communication with the people. Walter Swenson, 5 years on Camco cover over our fiber. But you know what you're doing, Walter. You take care of stuff, and
Yeah, that's the other problem with the covers is the longevity. It's getting hard to find one that lasts any time. They only have a 3-year warranty on them.
Is that right?
Majors. We switched over from the Adco to the Classics, and that's because we can handle the warranty work on that. We don't have to wait and send it back to them and have them allow the return.
Well, that's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and it's when they get big like that,
on Facebook.
Yeah,
Bob.
Huh?
Can't say ass on Facebook.
Yes, you can. You can say whatever you want.
Go ahead, try some other things. We'll watch them pull us off.
I'm going to go back to Facebook and watch, guys.
Facebook is watching everybody.
I'm not the guy that gets thrown off or suspended. You are.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to go back to Facebook. Merry Christmas, guys.
Oh, here we go, Walter. All right,
maybe that'll leave Tom for.
Let me pull the graphic. Bear with me. I'll pull. You're up there. Just stay loose, Walter. I got to pull the graphic. What did I do with Jerry?
Jerry said I'm going. Jerry's watching it back. He wants to.
Oh, he's going back. Jerry got off on his own. Hey, we got double trouble.
Mr. Chairman.
Got the double trouble.
Walter and
look at how intent he is.
Look at she's smiling away, and he looks like he couldn't be unhappier.
I don't know. He can't be.
Walter, what's the shirt say?
If he's that serious, he can't be looking at us.
This is what
a cool grandpa
looks like.
Okay.
Walter, I don't want to make a disparaging remark, but you're really stretching those letters out.
Indeed. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
How you doing?
Not bad, and you?
Good.
Why is Abby's picture on Facebook today? How did she make Facebook? Did she do something wrong?
No, she was doing her hair, and in the past, getting her to brush her hair has been a chore, and now she's grown to the point where she likes to do it herself.
I'll have to show my granddaughters her picture, and they'll say, "Well, why does Abby get to be on the show and I'm not on the show?" They were on the show. They were on the Rolling On TV thing, and hopefully, Walter, that will bring some revenue into Halo's Wish because it's a very, very, very deserving charity. And you know what, folks? This is the time of year you want to write the check out before the end of the year, that tax deduction. And you're a registered 501c3.
3. Yep.
3C.
That was one of
something
our
like
that was one of our shows. Yeah, I already had that in the can.
Yep,
Didn't
look at
know
that. There we
Walter
go.
would be on
Something
tonight, but that was one up to 7,300 views. That was back in August. That's a great number. The best the top 10 shows this year were all above 7,000 views.
Yeah.
And, we almost always get 5,000. But let's talk about the charity now that you're here.
Sure.
Talk about next Memorial Day, or see if we can clock a couple of people for a year-end donation. You still got a week left to go.
Yeah, you still got a week left to go. And on if you're a big Amazon shopper, you can go to smile.amazon.com instead of amazon.com and set the charity as your charitable contribution. And every time you buy stuff, they'll make a contribution to the organization as well.
Yep.
But if people want to, Walter and Donna, if people want to just donate, well, they can't do it electronically yet. No, right? You still got to write a check out.
Not yet, but they can write a check out and
Okay.
mail it to us at 2 Jackson Lane in Millbury, and make the check out to NRCC, which is the official registered.
Northeast Regional Camping Charities.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bob, I
why
don't
don't
think
you-
you
if
catch
you
that, Bob, so you can put the graphic up. You can take me off if need be. I know people don't like seeing the show with me not on it, but
let's
this is-
watch him. What's the URL, Walter?
well, no,
It
don't
is
do the URL.
haloswish.org.
Well, let's put the URL. Let's put the URL up first.
Okay. haloswish.org.
Yep.
HALOSWISH.org.
How's that?
Okay. Now that'll take you to the page that shows some photos of what's going on and explains the charities, et cetera.
Yep.
But they're still in the process, Bob, of getting some capabilities to accept donations online. So in the meantime, folks, if you want to make a donation, make the check out to NRCC, like Nuclear Regulatory Commission. NRCC, and mail it to
Jackson Lane.
Two
Two
Jackson
Jackson
Lane.
Lane.
What is it?
Yep. 2 Jackson Lane in Millbury, and the zip code is 01527.
Wait a minute. 2 Jackson Lane, Millbury. What's the zip?
01527.
Okay.
See if I
And
do
you
that.
can do
See if I do
just
that
like-
the right way.
just like our family did today. Right there. Northeast
There you
Region, 2
2
Jackson Lane.
All right.
Yep, Millbury, Mass. So Walter, it probably won't get there for Christmas because we're going to mail it tomorrow, but we're very appreciative of it. And you know what? I think local charities serve local communities. All charities are good, but some are better. And we happen to have a personal interest in that charity.
And what are the dates for next year, Walter?
That's a really good question. It will be September 23rd. Give me 1 second. I will tell you.
But do you also take, when you do your Memorial Day weekend one, do you set up a booth for Halo's Wish there too, or?
Yeah, we set up through the entire rally season,
All summer,
raffles all summer long, and
all
so,
over the place too. The other states, right?
yeah, whether it's Gavosa or Jason and Lisa Cole, somebody is available at every one of the rallies, and we're doing fundraising throughout with different raffles and things like that.
We ought to do. Let's do this year. We've got 35 dealers, and they all have stores, and they have stuff that they can give away. We've got associate member sponsors. Let's make up a little brochure that we can turn into just a PDF that we can mail to our dealers and associate members and ask them for donations. And then you can catalog them and kind of collect them throughout the year, so that they probably won't all come in at once. But if they decide to send something in, you'll kind of have almost like a continuous flow of stuff that you'll be able to raffle off at dealerships, and then if you can, you and I can work on it, but we can come up with a sign for their counter. So
Absolutely.
that, a little stand-up sign as people are in the stores and stuff. So kind of, stretch this out. We don't want to steal your thunder, but we want to help you out, certainly with such a great cause. Get this message out to some of these other people and the rallies themselves. So,
Yep. And the Northeast Region Camping Charity Fall Fest is actually September 18th through the 20th, and that is at Normandy Farms in Foxborough. And if anybody's interested in joining us, they can call Normandy Farms and ask for Lisa, and she can get you all set up.
yeah.
We have a long distance weekend.
What is the new construction project this year? Are they building a new store? I know they went right to work after they.
So they've redone the entire registration and store. As far as I know, that was the big thing that they were doing this year. Although they are going to build they're going to build another hall outside the campground to host like birthday parties and weddings. And
that's on the docket. Yep.
I didn't know that.
I thought now that they had the wine and beer license or the liquor license,
they're
redoing build a bigger store.
Yeah, they redid that whole thing.
So it's within the lodge. It's not a standalone store.
As far as I know,
I thought it was going to be outside, and the store itself was going to be open year round.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard that.
No.
So Donna, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Uh-oh. Watch out, Donna.
What?
How much are you down, girl?
Grand total around 150.
Wait. Say that again.
Grand total around 150.
You've lost 150
You've
pounds.
lost 150.
Yeah.
So you are sticking to that diet. I mean, you're sticking to those portions.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow,
I didn't embarrass you, did I?
That is fantastic. Huh?
But you didn't just give it to Walter. It's gone, right?
Oh yeah, no, she gave it to me. Don't worry.
It was transferred.
Fortunately, now she's got a broken kneecap.
Oh, what did you do?
Slide.
Not that I was walking.
Oh well.
So we're gonna go see a specialist tomorrow.
Yep.
Hey, you're gonna know all those people on a first name basis.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Hey, another thing with Normandy Farms and your program, and I don't know if you have the prices set for this year, but according to my calculations last year, you can camp for 2 nights during your event, have a ice cream social and a breakfast.
Yep.
Cheaper than if you were to go into the park on your own.
That is correct. That is
right?
correct. They give us a rally discount for the weekend, and then of course we work with the RV dealers and other companies to provide the breakfast and the ice cream social.
Yep. But the price for the 2 nights is, I don't know what it was last year, $100.
No, it was I think it was $220.
$220, whatever it was. It was
it's
cheap.
still a great deal. As Jerry points out, Normandy Farms is the #2 luxury resort in America, according to USA Today, and I hope they came close to #1. We gave them a good run for the money. They were in the #1 position for a while, but then they got beat out by the big money guys in California with the Class A resorts. But and Tom Zabrowski's on. Hey, Tom.
Right.
Say hello to
We haven't
Conrad.
recognized our friends from Tom and from upstate New York.
Merry Christmas up there. He says,
Now, Donna,
he wants a quick winter so we can get back to camping. So
this is the only other thing in America you can get medical advice on this show. Jerry says you need more calcium.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So, what do we got here, Bob? Let's go to another one of our shows here.
Let's go see another one here.
Anything that's related to the Swensons?
Well, not directly, but it is one that I want to talk about because I want to see what they're doing with it. Our good friend Joel Holland, and that was 6,900, and he's just done some great things with Harvard Host. They're getting a lot of publicity between the golf courses and the stuff that they do. Do you promote that within Good Sam yourselves, Walter? I mean, do you?
We do. They've helped us out and sent us some discount codes and flyers and things like that. So we mention them in different things that we put out. And we also, on a rotating basis, mention them on our website as well as on our Facebook pages.
Yeah. So Walter, I'm going to.
Donna and I are both members of it. So.
Yep. What I'm suggesting now is I'm going to give you some free marketing advice because, as you know, Zagami and DePietro are two of the most highly respected marketing voices in America.
I was going to say brilliant.
If you haven't heard it yet, then we will tell you this right now.
Right.
With the program that Harvest Host has, in fact, you might have just gotten a note from them within the last couple of days. You promote that 15. You promote a discount, and you make, I think it's $15 for everybody who signs up. So somehow you could work that all of the people that sign up for that program during the season, a portion of that or all of it go to Halo's Wish.
Absolutely.
We know people that are making thousands of dollars a month on Harvest Host referral fees.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I think it's one of the best deals out there, even though the price went up a little bit.
Yep.
Because 2 nights at one place pays for the whole thing all year long.
Yeah, it's amazing. And some of them, most of the ones that I've stayed at have all been fantastic.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people have the wrong expectations. They think of it as another campground. It's not a campground. It's not intended to be a campground. It's a camping experience.
Yep.
Yeah, last time we went in the fall, we went out to Red Apple Farm out in Phillipston. And they are cool because they have a brewery, they have a barbecue, they have a country store, and it's only less than an hour's drive from the Worcester area, right up around Barry, somewhere up in that area there. It's pretty cool. But it's one of those places that's available through Harvest Host. Bob, we forgot to do twice. Oh, by the way, Bob, when you have that shot, it's pretty cool. It looks go back to that shot. Go back to the 3 shot. Yeah. Now see, it looks like Walter's wearing one of those beanies with a little
oh yeah, with the propeller
on top of it. Yeah. Walter.
Right. The propeller.
Walter, you're getting beat up. You're getting beat up badly tonight, but we know you're a good player. And Walter, I was thinking of you today because we decided to go down to Myrtle Beach or somewhere between Christmas and Christmas and New Year's. And I said, it's a 450-mile drive. I think I'll break it up into 2 days. And then my wife said, didn't Walter do that like 700 miles in one day?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm not going to pull a Walter and do 700 miles in one day by any means. That was just.
Wait, you're going to be in a car. You're not even going to be in a motor. Oh, actually, Walter was in a car.
Right? I know, but I'm going to be on I-95, and I'm not looking forward to that because
we did 915 miles in one day.
That is absolutely amazing. Absolutely, that is. It's not amazing. It's insane. And that was down 81, right? Wasn't some of it in bad weather?
It was almost all of it was in bad weather.
Heavy bad weather. Yeah. Okay, so that means you were violating. No, wait a minute. I already accused you of violating the speed limit, but you said you didn't.
The average 70.
I think the 5th.
Wait, Bob. When you average 70, that means most of the time you're going 80 because you're still got to stop.
But did you average 70 or did you average 60?
We averaged 61 miles per hour.
Okay, which means you were going 75 the whole way.
A couple of times you did 75, right? Did you ever get stopped?
Most of the time.
Did you ever get stopped?
No.
Well, no, because some of the speed limits are down there at 70.
Most of the speed limits down there are 70 anyway.
You're right.
So.
You're right. So, Bob, I forgot to do this twice already at the 20 and 40 mark. Folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us for this show tonight and ask that you share it with friends, share it with RVers, share it with people that are thinking of RVing. And only through the help that we get from our great viewers like you are we able to reach 5,000 to 10,000 people a week and share good news about camping. And with 3 more months of winter coming up, we need some good news to share.
You know what? You know what else you ought to do is we probably ought to introduce Walter because we're so used to him being on the show and commenting. We never, he just shows up on the screen tonight, and the people
who go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, Walter, you introduce yourself. I'm not working.
Sure. Walter and Donna Swenson. We are the state directors for the Massachusetts Good Sam Camping Club. And we would welcome anybody who wants to join us in May at the Good Sam rally. And if you have Good Sam questions or issues, feel free to reach out. We don't always have the answers, but we can usually get in touch with the people who do.
Or you'll make them up.
Or we'll make them up.
Right.
We'll make them sound good, if nothing else.
Exactly.
But they'll ask you, John, because you know everything. And if they don't have the answer, they'll just ask you, and you'll make it up.
Right, and I'll make it up. But I'll make it. I won't say to them, this is just a guess. I'll make it look like, you know what, Walter?
Good.
It's 100%. Go down I-81. The fact that, no, there was that big crash on I-64 yesterday with 50
I
cars.
saw that.
My wife said, I said, oh, is it 81?
They said nobody, well, there was no fatalities, but they said it could have been a lot worse, and it was fog and ice.
Yeah.
Fog and black ice.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you
On a
look
bridge.
at it, it was like, it was what, 50 or 60 cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there
And that happens a lot on 81 because you got altitude changes in central Virginia. And
you guys, party of fan club just showed up.
Yep.
oh, Jess.
She's
Wait a minute,
she's spreading the word.
There-
Jerry says he's never had a bad harvest host. That I agree. And Tom says he has suggested the what is it, Schenectady River Yacht Club that you got up there, Tom. That would be a good one for them to. They do golf clubs. Yeah, why not yacht clubs?
Yeah.
Now, is Jess the one who lives in Florida?
No, that's our daughter-in-law who lives down the street, and grandpa, and that's
Abby's mom.
Abby's mom.
Oh, your daughter. Oh, she's calling you that. Okay, she's the adult. Okay, Abby's mom. Okay.
All right, let me see what else.
And your grandson made the TV show too. Did you see it?
Yep, we
Yes,
saw it.
with
Yep.
Yep. They made the show. So what else here? Hi, Grandma, Grandpa. Never had a bad harvest host experience. Bob's looking for another show.
This is one of my favorites. Nolan.
Oh yes, Nolan.
13 years old.
He is a very articulate young man.
Isn't he?
Yep.
What does that say? 9.2? Let me shut that off. I gotta.
9.3, I think.
Yeah, 9.3.
9.3. Yep. And you know what we found out after the show? Because Mary posted something on their own website. Nolan is hearing impaired. He's been wearing a hearing aid since he was like 3 or 4 years old. And they noticed in early childhood development that he was watching people, but he kind of taught himself to read lips, so they didn't catch it right away. And you would never know. It's something in the heredity in the family. But imagine being that articulate and the stuff that he's been doing.
So well spoken. Now Nolan would be the kid that you could watch an NFL game with, because then you could read the yelling and swearing from the opposite side of the field at the officials, like a couple times with Belichick.
It's pretty clear.
You don't need to be trained in lip reading to read.
You don't need anybody to help you. It's pretty clear. Right.
And I meant to tell you guys, it's a small world. Michelle from Rolling on TV, apparently is friends, or at least they know each other, with Jessica's mother.
Oh,
so my daughter-in-law's mother.
She lived down in Douglas or somewhere around there, Millville.
I don't know. Yeah, or they went to hung out together or something. But
well, I think Michelle and Laurie are both from that area originally. They've got deep roots in that. I know they live in Douglas now, but they got deep roots in that area. In fact, I think Laurie just went on the historical committee or the library committee. It may have been in Millbury. It was, the couple of towns down there, but they're doing work for that. But they went to a Buddhist. Did you see they went to a Buddhist temple yesterday?
I saw that
with the mother up in the hills. They could see Sedona, they could see Prescott, and they could see what's the other one? Flagstaff. From I guess it was a high hill. They don't have mountains. Well, they do have mountains in Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So that
It's funny because we were talking. I went to the Rollin' On site today when I was looking at that video, and then I realized that a few years ago we did a segment on Myrtle Beach for Rollin' On TV, which is still there. You can look on it if you scroll down under destinations.
Yep.
And one of the segments that we did was at Legends in Concert. In fact, Bob knows it well because that's when I broke his camera. The camera fell over when I was interviewing Elvis. So this Saturday night coming. Yeah, this Saturday night coming, we're finally going to see Legends in Concert in Myrtle Beach.
So you are going, wait a minute. So between the time we started the show and now you've decided on Myrtle Beach. When I asked you when you first came on, you didn't know where you were going.
Well, I knew we were going somewhere down there. I didn't say Myrtle. I don't know. I mean,
did Mary Beth just hold up a sign and say, "John, we're going to Myrtle Beach"?
No.
You know?
Hey,
Okay.
you still have your guests with you, Bob, on your lap, or did they go down? They're
No,
still there.
They're asleep. So they're playing around down there. Whoops.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. Just knocked my
That is-
camera down. Yeah, they're just now my concern is my wife is going to like this setup so much.
every week you're going to have the dog every week.
It could become part of the show, right? You know, just
Although
take the dogs in the
I
office.
can go back and do what I did before, folks. At 5 minutes before the show, I said, Bob, let's hear how good those dogs' hearing is. So I got an app with a barking dog in it.
Yeah,
And put it
don't
thing.
turn it on. I don't need them barking for the last 5 minutes of the show. So this particular show was impressive. This was the one that we did with the review of Elkhart, and it was jumped up to 11,000 views, and that may have been second highest of the year. The highest was the Caravan Salon show from Germany.
Yeah.
Well, the review of Germany, that was 15,500. But this, I think, was our second highest for the show. So they
right after the show, right after the open.
They like seeing that stuff. So, you know,
We did that. We were already home when we did that.
Yeah, I was home. Yeah. And the same with Germany. I got home the day before. We put the slides together real quick.
Yeah, I don't know how we did that.
But we'll have to maybe the Wednesday after the Boston show. I'll have to shoot a lot more pictures of the Boston show in terms of what was there, because obviously this type of show. I don't know, Walter. I'll ask you and Donna. I mean, when you get out there and talk to your friends about the show and stuff like that, is this type of show something? I think it's good. The numbers bear it out, but do they like to see the different types of RVs and see what's out there when they don't get a chance to go to the shows that John and I get to go?
Yeah, a lot of people like the shows. I will tell you that the biggest comment that I've heard is they'd like to see more accessories. I know at the Hershey show, they have a ton of accessories in addition to the RVs. Boston, a lot of people will use for floor plan shopping. And then as the show season progresses and gets a little closer to spring, they'll start to make their decisions on what unit they want based on the floor plans and what's available.
Yep, and you're right. And you know, it's the change that was driven by technology. Because if you go back 10 or 15 years ago, people went to the show and bought. So the sales numbers at the shows were significant.
Yep.
But with 70% of the people doing their research on the internet before they ever go to a dealer and then go to a show. So now they do a lot of internet research and get a feel for it. They go to a show and pick out 2 or 3 dealers that they like and products that they like, and then they get to the open house. So they're selling more at the open houses sometimes than they do at the show. And it's very interesting when you talk to the dealers themselves. And I love all of our dealers, but some dealers will say it wasn't a good show. Well, shows are what you make them. It's what the people make. But you talk to most of our dealers will tell you they write business for 12 months after the Boston show. They are seeing people who saw them at the Boston show. And just as you said, they've gone to a couple of open houses. They've checked out some different floor plans. They see what's there. But I have 3 or 4 dealers that tell me they can contribute sales every month for the 12 months after the show. So they love looking forward to the show come January because it's going to present another flood of customers. So you don't get a lot of the large numbers that you have. But if you want to evaluate the investment in the show, you have to look at all those people, all those names that you picked up at the show, and all those prospects that came back to buy later on.
And I think one of the biggest influences, at least now, is social media. And people get on the forums, the groups that talk on social media. And in years past, you bought at the show because that's where the best price was. And people, say, well, you know what? I got the show price and it was, 2 months later. And so, don't believe them. And so people start to share that on social media. And so people don't hold the show price is the best price of the year kind of worth quite as much as it used to be. And people start to talk about that.
Where it does come into play, and I've seen this happen. If a dealer has a unique floor plan that's very popular, then they'll sell it at the show, because if they know they're not going to have, they're only going to get 3 or 4 a year. Sometimes they hit the jackpot with a particular floor plan, and they cannot keep them in stock. And in that kind of a situation, you pretty much got to buy it when it's there. Otherwise, you're going to wait for the next one to come in, and there's 10 more people to do it. But yeah, that's to your earlier point, the floor plans, and that's something. It's an interesting comment, Walter, because we haven't really done that. I show the floor plans on the sneak peeks, and they're getting a lot of attention. We try to publish 2 or 3 a day up to showtime. So we try to put the floor plan there, but we've never done a show of different floor plans. But that might be interesting.
Yeah.
That might be a good one to bring Riney in on, because he's been out there for so many years and he knows them, and he get his comment, get a commentary from somebody who sells these things every day rather than us.
And Walter, I'm sure you'd agree that the more experienced of an RVer you are, the more floor plan is a factor. Whereas a rookie who's looking for their first RV is not aware of all the different options of floor plans that there might be. They might just buy on the weekly, on the monthly payment or on the cost. But when you've been around the block a few times, floor plans are important, and many times they are determined by how you use your RV. Are you going to be seasonal so you can be all set up, or are you going to be hitting a different place every weekend? Or are you campground people, or are you Walmart people, or are you Harvard Toast people?
And first-time buyers will buy on, like John said, on the payment, but they'll also buy on the glitz of the way it shows. Where people who have experienced, I know what works for my family, I know what doesn't work. They will shop floor plan first, and then they'll start to look and narrow down on which brands they want to settle on.
Yeah, because some of them have. Jessica says that her mother is Michelle's insurance agent.
Yep.
That's the break there. Jerry says if on the road format works, we're doing the Natchez Trace in March or April. No, it definitely works. You proved it works tonight, Jerry. You gave us a great tour of your ceiling and your downstairs living room and your upstairs bedroom. And, we may need to refine it a little bit. And then Jerry, the whole Majors crew is going to the NTP show in Dallas. That's a big show. When is that, Jerry? That's got to be January or February. But the whole crew, including the boss, going down there. Man, who's gonna watch the store?
Yeah, they got some nice steakhouses down there, Jerry. If you haven't been to Dallas, man,
yeah,
the place where you get the steaks.
Be a good thing.
And
Well, believe it or not, John and I were talking at the beginning and wondering if we would make it through a half hour based on the fact that we changed the date and what have you. But you guys have been fantastic, and I thank you very much. Closing the store, Jerry says. Wow.
January 12th.
Man,
it must be Monday.
That week.
Was that?
Too bad it's in Dallas. I'll be in Austin that week.
What week? Oh, he said January 12th.
12th, yeah.
That's
a Monday.
Yeah.
No,
I'm going to be down. I'm probably going to be down at the Tampa Super Show, I think, on the 14th.
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
On the 14th and 15th. So that would preclude. I don't think I want to go to Dallas before I go to Tampa. Anyway, it is 8:01. It is 24 hours away from Christmas Eve and Christmas, and we're going to do this again next Monday night because of New Year's. But Walter, thank you very much for joining, and Donna ran out there, but thank you, Donna. And Jerry, thank you, and we'll share this around the block and see what we do.
And let's take this second to say Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and enjoy the holidays. Walter, any closing statements before we see you again?
Merry Christmas to everyone, and Happy New Year.
All right, that's it. We'll see you down the road. We'll see you next Monday. Take care.
I guess.
Bye now.